This spice may help support your kidney's natural cleansing process and help your body move waste out faster than you might think. But here's the problem. Most people are using it the wrong way. If you often wake up at night to urinate, if your feet or ankles swell by the end of the day, if you feel exhausted even after sleeping, or if your mind feels cloudy, like there is a fog sitting inside your head, don't be too quick to blame it on age. It could be a sign that your kidneys are under too much pressure. Every day, your kidneys have to filter your blood. They deal with salt, sugar, medications, processed foods, and all the waste your body creates. And when that pressure builds up over time, your kidneys usually don't scream for help. They send small signals, very quiet ones. In this video, you'll discover 5 common spices that may support your kidneys every day. And the number 1 spice, the real star of today's video. But watch closely, because if you use it at the wrong time, much of the benefit may almost disappear. So, what is this spice? Before we get to the most powerful spice at the end of the video, you need to understand one very important thing. Your kidneys do not need a miracle. They need less burden every single day. Think of your kidneys like the water filter in your home. If every day you pour dirty water, grease, debris, and tiny bits of waste through that filter, even the best filter will eventually get clogged. Your body works the same way. Every day your kidneys filter your blood, balance fluids, regulate salt and minerals, and remove waste from the body. But when you eat too much salt, drink too little water, rely on too many processed foods, drink sugary beverages often, or overuse pain relievers, your kidneys become like an old worker doing the night shift for years without a break. At first, nothing feels serious. You just feel a little tired. Your feet are just a little swollen at the end of the day. You wake up to urinate just a little more often. Your mind just does not feel as sharp as it used to. But those small signs may be your body's way of saying it is time to take your kidneys more seriously. As we often say, don't wait until the house is on fire to start looking for a bucket of water. Don't wait until a blood test scares you before you decide to change. The good news is this: there are very familiar spices in your kitchen that can help you begin with the smallest steps. Number 6, garlic. The first spice is garlic. Garlic is so common that many people do not see it as anything special. But inside the body, garlic does more than make food smell good. It is like someone clearing the road, helping blood flow more smoothly. Imagine your blood vessels like garden hoses. When the hose is clean, water flows easily. But if the hose gets narrow, stiff, or filled with buildup, water can still move through it, but the pressure goes up. Your kidneys also need steady blood flow to filter waste properly. When blood pressure is high, blood vessels become stiff, inflammation stays active, or oxidative stress builds up. The tiny filters inside your kidneys have to work under more pressure. Garlic contains sulfur compounds, especially allicin. These compounds may help support healthier blood vessel relaxation and smoother circulation. And when blood flows more easily, your kidneys are not forced to work under as much stress. But this is where many people use garlic the wrong way. They chop garlic and throw it straight into a hot pan. The food still smells good, yes, but some of garlic's beneficial compounds may be reduced. A better way is simple. Crush or finely chop the garlic, then let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes before cooking or eating it. It sounds like a small thing, But when it comes to health, small things often make the difference. You can use 1 to 2 cloves of garlic a day if your body tolerates it well. Some people mix it with a little honey. Others add it to salads, soups, stews, or lightly cook it with olive oil. But remember this, more does not always mean better. Garlic is helpful, but too much can upset your stomach, cause bad breath, or may not be suitable for people taking blood-thinning medication. Put simply, a little done right is better than a lot done wrong. Today you can start with just 1 crushed clove of garlic. Let it rest for a few minutes, then add it to your meal. No fancy routine, no expensive product, just one small step that may help your body carry a little less burden each day. And if garlic is like someone clearing the road for your blood flow, the next spice is like a quiet helper in the kitchen, helping your body clean up from the inside. Number 5, cumin. The next spice is cumin. For some people, cumin may sound a little unfamiliar, but in many kitchens around the world, it is a very common spice. It has a warm, earthy, slightly smoky flavor. You often find it in soups, stews, beans, curries, and roasted vegetables. For your kidneys, cumin is not medicine. Think of it more like a quiet helper that supports digestion and helps the body process waste more smoothly. Picture your body like a house. The liver is the waste processing room. The gut is the transportation system, and the kidneys are the final filter. If the kitchen is messy, the trash is not taken out, and the pipes are clogged, the final filter is the one that ends up working the hardest. Cumin contains compounds such as cumin aldehyde and thymol, which have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. These may help reduce the pressure caused by free radicals, those tiny sparks that can slowly damage cells over time. Now at this point, some people may think, so if I just sprinkle cumin on my food, my kidneys will be clean. No, and we need to be honest here. No spice can wash your kidneys clean like rinsing out a glass under the sink. But when used the right way, regularly, and as part of a healthier lifestyle, cumin may become a helpful part of supporting digestion, metabolism, and the body's natural filtering system. The easiest way to use cumin is to make cumin tea. Take about half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, add them to hot water, let them steep for 5 to 10 minutes, and drink it in the morning or early afternoon. You can also lightly toast cumin seeds and grind them fresh. Try not to rely on cumin powder that has been sitting in your cabinet for too long. Old spices are like a flashlight with a dying battery. They are still there, but the light is much weaker. You can sprinkle cumin on roasted vegetables, soups, beans, salads, or stews. Add a little olive oil or a few drops of lemon juice, and your food becomes more flavorful, easier to enjoy, and friendlier to your body. As we often say, if you want the house clean, you can not only sweep the living room. If you want your kidneys to carry less burden, don't only look at the kidneys. Look at digestion, the liver, water intake, salt, sugar, and your daily eating habits. Cumin is a small step, but a small step done right every day is not small anymore. And now let's move to a spice with a sweet, comforting smell, one that can make people a little too confident. Number 4, cinnamon. The 4th spice is cinnamon. Just hearing the word cinnamon may make you think of hot tea, apple pie, morning oatmeal, or a warm kitchen in the colder months. Cinnamon feels gentle, but behind that comforting aroma is a spice that may offer meaningful support for the body. For the kidneys, cinnamon may help in an indirect but important way. It may support the body in reducing oxidative stress and managing inflammation more effectively. Imagine tiny sparks inside your body, not real fire of course, but low-grade inflammation and free radicals. When there are too many of these sparks, tissues in the body, including kidney tissue, can become like a wooden fence slowly worn down by rain, sun, and wind. Cinnamon contains cinnamaldehyde and polyphenols, compounds with antioxidant properties. It is not a magic wand, but it may help protect cells from the quiet rusting that comes from age, poor diet, and long-term stress. This is where a misunderstanding can happen. Some people hear that cinnamon is good and think, so I can just add a lot of cinnamon to coffee, desserts, and oatmeal, right? Not so fast. Cinnamon being helpful does not mean everything that smells like cinnamon is healthy. A sugary cinnamon roll is not kidney-supporting food. A sweet coffee drink with cinnamon sprinkled on top does not suddenly become a healthy drink. That is like putting a flower on top of a trash pile and calling it a garden. If you want to use cinnamon in a better way, keep it simple. Add a little to low-sugar oatmeal. Mix it into warm water. Put it in tea. Add it to soup or use it with roasted vegetables. You do not need much, just enough to bring out the aroma. Cinnamon also works well at breakfast. Instead of eating something packed with refined sugar, try oatmeal with a few apple slices, some nuts, and a small sprinkle of cinnamon. It feels warm, tastes good, and is much better for your body than a breakfast full of sugar. As we often say, when something is too sweet, you should be careful. Let cinnamon be a spice that supports your health. Don't let it become an excuse to eat more sugar. And one more thing, if you have liver problems, take medication, or have a medical condition that needs monitoring, talk with your doctor before using cinnamon regularly in larger amounts. Now let's move to a spice that makes you feel warmer the moment you smell it. Number 3, ginger. The third spice is ginger. If garlic is like someone clearing the road for blood flow, cumin is like a kitchen helper cleaning up, and cinnamon is like a protective coat against rust, then ginger is like a warm towel placed over a tired body. Ginger is not new to most people. Many use it for an upset stomach, nausea, indigestion, or a warm cup of tea in the morning. But ginger is not only for cold days or sick days. For the body, ginger is valuable because it may support lower inflammation, fight oxidative stress, and help digestion feel more comfortable. And when digestion feels easier, the body can process waste more smoothly. That means the kidneys may feel less like they are working overtime. Your kidneys do not work alone. When digestion is poor, the body feels heavy. When inflammation rises, the kidneys feel more pressure. When you eat too many processed foods, drink too little water, sleep poorly, and barely move, your kidneys become like a gatekeeper, checking one garbage truck after another all day and all night. Ginger contains gingerol and shogiol, the compounds that give it that warm, spicy bite. These compounds are known for their anti-inflammatory and antioxidant support. In simple words, ginger does not cleanse the kidneys in some instant magical way, but it may help the body feel warmer, digestion feel easier, and internal pressure feel lighter. And the way to use it is very simple. Slice a few pieces of fresh ginger, put them in hot water, let them steep for 5 to 10 minutes, and drink it warm in the morning or early afternoon. You can also grate ginger into soup, stew, stir-fried vegetables, or mix it with a little lemon. But do not use ginger with the mindset that the spicier, the better. Too much ginger can warm the stomach too much, cause heartburn, or create discomfort, especially for people with digestive issues. Fresh ginger is usually better than ginger powder that has been sitting around too long. Old Spice is like a newspaper left on the porch after the rain. It is still there, but it is not as clear anymore. A warm cup of ginger tea in the morning does not need to be complicated. It does not need to promise a miracle. It only needs to help your body begin the day feeling a little lighter, warmer, and clearer. And if you are looking for something simple, small, and easy to add to your daily routine, the next spice deserves your attention. Number 2, coriander seeds. The second spice is coriander seeds. Many people know cilantro leaves, but they overlook coriander seeds. These tiny seeds have a light, warm, slightly citrusy aroma, and they are used in many cuisines around the world. If your kidneys are the filter, coriander seeds are like a small broom that helps support the body's cleanup process from within. Each kidney has about 1 million tiny filters called nephrons. That number sounds impressive, but it should also make you think, because once these tiny filters stay under pressure for too long, they are not as easy to replace as a coffee filter. You can change a coffee filter every morning, but you cannot replace your kidneys that casually. Coriander seeds contain compounds such as linalool and borneol, which have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. These may help protect cells from oxidative stress while also supporting digestion and the body's natural waste removal process. When people see these tiny seeds, many do not take them seriously. But in health, bigger does not always mean better. As we often say, dripping water can wear away stone. Small things done consistently stop being small. Using coriander seeds is easy. Take about half a teaspoon of the seeds, crush them lightly if you want, then steep them in hot water for 5 to 10 minutes to make a tea. You can drink it in the morning or early afternoon. You can also lightly toast and grind them, then sprinkle them onto soup, salad, roasted vegetables, or stews. Fresh seeds with a clear aroma are usually better than powder that has been sitting too long. A simple tip is to add a few drops of lemon or use them with a meal that contains a little healthy fat like olive oil. It does not need to be complicated. The body often likes simple things done consistently. But just like every other spice, do not overdo it. If you have kidney disease, take diuretics, blood pressure medication, diabetes medication, or follow a restricted diet, talk with your doctor before turning any spice into a daily habit. This matters because something that is helpful for one person may not be right for another. And now we come to the most important spice, the one many people call gold, not only because of its color, but because of its anti-inflammatory support. This is the spice the title of today's video is really about. Number 1, turmeric. The top spice is turmeric. Turmeric has a very special golden color. Just a little bit can change the color of an entire dish. But what makes turmeric stand out is not just its color. Its greatest value comes from curcumin, a compound that has been studied for its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory support for your kidneys. Inflammation and oxidative stress are two things you should take seriously. Not because they always cause pain right away, but because they can quietly wear the body down over time. Imagine a wooden fence in the yard. A little sun every day, a little rain every day, a little wind every day. At first, nothing looks serious, but years later, the wood is soft, the nails are loose, and the gate begins to sag. The body works the same way. So do the kidneys. Turmeric is not a cure for kidney disease, but when used properly, it can be part of a lifestyle that supports lower inflammation, helps protect cells, and may help the kidneys avoid being pulled into a constant, silent battle every day. But with turmeric, there is one detail many people miss. Just sprinkling turmeric powder into your food does not mean your body will absorb all of its benefits. Curcumin is not easily absorbed on its own. It is like an honored guest standing outside the door, but you have not opened the right lock yet. That key is often a little healthy fat, such as olive oil, suitable warm milk, or a meal that contains healthy fats. Some people also use turmeric with a little black pepper to help support absorption. But be careful. If you take blood thinners, have stomach problems, liver or gallbladder issues, are preparing for surgery, or are being treated for a medical condition, talk with your doctor first. Do not assume that something is always safe just because it is natural. As we often say, even a good thing can become a bad thing when used the wrong way. The simplest way to use turmeric is in warm water, tea, warm milk, soup, curry, stews, or roasted vegetables. If you use turmeric powder, choose one that is still fresh and has a clear aroma. Old turmeric powder may lose some of its smell and quality over time. You do not need to use a lot. A small amount used consistently with a reasonable meal is much more realistic than taking a large amount today and forgetting about it for the next month. And this is the most important point in the entire video. Turmeric cannot help your kidneys very much if the rest of your day is still exhausting them. If you drink turmeric in the morning, but spend the rest of the day eating salty foods, drinking too little water, drinking soda, eating processed foods, and sitting still all day, that is like mopping the floor and then walking back in with muddy shoes. Turmeric is good, but turmeric cannot do your part for you. Before you think about detox, think about reducing the burden. Reduce salt, reduce hidden sugar, drink water more wisely, move your body gently, sleep better, and do not overuse pain relievers without medical guidance. That is the foundation. Now we come to the overlooked habit, the habit that can decide whether these spices actually support your body or whether their value gets lost. The answer is surprisingly simple: water and salt. Sounds too ordinary, right? But the ordinary things are often the things people get wrong the most. Your kidneys need enough water to filter blood and move waste out of the body. But many people drink too little water because they are afraid of urinating too often, waking up at night, or they simply do not feel thirsty. But not feeling thirsty does not always mean your body does not need water. As people get older, thirst signals can become weaker. You may be mildly dehydrated without realizing it. And when the body does not have enough water, urine becomes more concentrated. Waste becomes harder to flush out, and the kidneys have to work harder. But on the other hand, more water is not always better for everyone, especially for people with heart disease, kidney disease, swelling, or a doctor's instruction to limit fluids. So, if you have a medical condition, follow your doctor's guidance. For generally healthy people, one simple thing to watch is urine color. If your urine is often dark yellow, has a strong smell, and you do not urinate very often, that may be a sign to look at your water intake. The general goal is pale yellow urine, not dark for long periods, but it also does not need to be crystal clear all day. And then there is salt. Salt makes food taste better, but too much salt makes the kidneys work harder. It can cause the body to hold on to water, increase pressure on blood vessels, and give the kidneys more to handle. The dangerous part is that salt is not only in the salt shaker on the table. It hides in sausage, deli meats, instant noodles, canned soups, fast food, chips, sauces, frozen meals, and many foods that look normal at first glance. To put it simply, the thing that wears the body down the most is not always what you see right in front of you. Sometimes it is hiding in the habits you repeat every day. So if you want spices like garlic, cumin, cinnamon, ginger, coriander seeds, and turmeric to truly matter, use them to replace some of the salt, not as something you add on top of an already salty diet. Instead of adding more salt, use garlic for aroma, use ginger for warmth, use cinnamon for fragrance, use cumin for depth, use coriander seeds for a gentle flavor, use turmeric for color and a warm, comforting taste. The smart approach is not only adding something good to your body, the smart approach is also removing what is forcing your kidneys to push harder every day. So what should you remember today? Not one magical spice will clean your kidneys overnight. The real value is this: you can use familiar kitchen spices to support your body a little better every day. Garlic supports circulation. Cumin supports digestion and the body's waste processing system. Cinnamon contributes antioxidant support. Ginger warms the body and supports a healthy inflammatory response. Coriander seeds gently support the body's natural elimination process. And turmeric, with curcumin, is the golden spice that stands out for inflammation support when used properly. But all of this only matters if you stop forcing your kidneys to work too hard every day. Drink water wisely, eat a little less salt, cut back on processed foods, walk for 10 to 15 minutes if your body allows, and use spices as a way to make your food healthier, not as a way to chase a quick detox. Because your kidneys do not need you to do something huge. They need you to stop doing the things that exhaust them. As we often say, the long road is not won by one fast sprint. It is won by small steps repeated every day. If you are dealing with frequent nighttime urination, swollen feet, ongoing fatigue, high blood pressure, or abnormal creatinine levels, do not rely on spices alone. Please get checked and speak with your doctor. Spices can support a healthy lifestyle, but they do not replace medical treatment. Today, you do not need to change everything at once. Just choose one small thing to begin with. At breakfast, you might add a little cinnamon to low-sugar oatmeal. At lunch, try using garlic, cumin, or ginger to make your food more flavorful instead of adding too much salt. At dinner, a little turmeric in soup, stew, or cooked vegetables may be enough to make the meal feel healthier. You do not need to make it complicated. You do not need to turn your kitchen into a pharmacy. Just make one small change. Do it consistently for 7 days. Then listen to your body. After 1 week, come back to this video and tell me how you feel. Does your body feel a little lighter? Does your sleep feel more comfortable? Do you feel less tired, less heavy, or less sluggish? I will be here to read every story you share, and who knows, your honest experience may be the reason someone else starts caring for their kidneys earlier before the body has to speak louder. Thank you so much for staying with me until the very end of this video. Before you go, I want to gently remind you of one thing. What I shared today is not meant to scare you, and it is not meant to replace advice from your doctor. Think of this video as a companion, a friendly guide that helps you understand your body better, ask better questions, and notice the small signals we often overlook. If you have kidney disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, take medication, or your doctor has ever told you that your creatinine, eGFR, or potassium levels need to be monitored, please speak with your doctor or a healthcare professional before changing your diet, because everybody is different. One food may be helpful for one person, but may require caution for someone else. And taking care of your health the right way does not mean blindly following one rule. It means listening to your body and getting professional guidance when you need it. If this video was helpful for you, please tap like, share it with someone who may need to hear this, and subscribe to Senior Food Coach for more simple, practical, easy to follow food guidance that can help you live healthier, feel steadier, and stay more independent as you age. And remember this, getting older does not mean you have to become weaker. Your body can still recover, adapt, and improve day by day when you care for it with the right choices. You do not need to change your entire life overnight. Just start with one better meal, one gentler habit, one kinder decision for your kidneys, for your heart, and for the body that has carried you through all these years. The choice is in your hands. I wish you a peaceful, healthy, and energetic day. And as always, take a deep breath, my friend.